Here's another green rumor for you. This is a 2003 Toyota 4Runner Sport. There's some typical issues where this heater controller, and these are the control knobs or controllers, the lights will go out in these things, and it's kind of an issue when you're trying to see at night or even during the day. This LCD back display won't show up the letters very well without that backlight. So it's pretty simple to change. Really, all you need to do is open up the little hatch below, the cell phone hatch or whatever you want to use it for, and just give a little pull, a tug towards yourself, and it just pops off of there. It's pretty simple. Gets out of the way. And why you do that is because there's a screw, one screw right here. It's a Phillips or it's a hex. It's your choice. Probably 10 millimeter. I'm using a Phillips, so I won't even try and figure out what size hex it is. We'll pull the one screw out. Now, after you get this one screw out, which is just a lock screw basically. Okay. The whole unit from here, from below, all the way up past the LCD right here. This is a one-piece frame. There's 4 clips, or at least 4 clips in the corners here. And they're pretty tough. They're tough clips, so give it a good tug. Make sure you got just the plastic of the face. It's really a little sharp little lip. Not sharp as in it'll cut you, but just tight. Very little room for your fingertips, so you know that's where you're in the right place. You can even use your thumb on the frame of the door to give it a pull. Boy, it's tough. I mean, you got to really give it a good tweak to get that to break free. See that? Same with, and then of course the top just popped out. But there's the pink plastic clips, and I got the same at the bottom, little pink clips that hold this gunny bag in there. Okay, pretty simple now. There's a plug on the back. It's got a detent at the very bottom underneath. You gotta put your fingernail up in there and press that, and you can pull that, unplug that plug. Oop. You know what? Might be a good idea to lay a towel down on the console for some reason or have 2 hands and not a camera in one hand. Sorry, my finger's in the way. But yeah, I didn't hurt anything, but it did fall smack down on the thing when I unplugged it. That's life. So let's look at the back side. Okay, it's my car, so I'm not going to worry about a customer complaint. You see the little green light bulb socket right there? That's a light bulb. And that's the light bulb in one of the knobs. Up at the top here is a white couple, or gray, they're gray, a couple more light bulb sockets. Now they're 2 different size light bulbs. Just go to the dealer. They're about $5 a piece, but it's well worth it. You can order these ones at the top here on the internet, 14 volt, 2-wire little mini bulbs, and then relace them into these 2 housings. But your time's worth more than that. It's far easier just to go to the dealer and get a couple. With regard to these ones down here, these A bulbs, they'll call them, they're unique. You can't find them anywhere. I couldn't find them on the internet. They are dealer-only items. They're so tiny. With a little green rubber cap over them. It's like a grain of rice light bulb. I bought them at the dealer. It's the way it goes. Here you go. Here's a baggie with the little tiny light bulbs in it. And the light bulb's at the tip of that housing. It's a relaceable housing, but you're just not going to find those 12 or 14 volt light bulbs. I think these ones up here need to be 14 because 12 volts, like from Radio Shack, are just really bright and they look funny behind there. The 14 volt ones, I've done it. I've laced them and they look proper. They look good. So anyhow, just a little screwdriver tip here, and just counterclockwise a quarter turn, and then just turn it over and the bulb will fall out. Pretty simple. and then just drop in the new one, clock it, lock it. Reclip your clip, snap this puppy back in. When you do snap it back in, you want to make sure that you try and do it evenly. Start it. I'm thinking you're going to want to start the bottom first, if I remember correctly. Last time I did one of these, and then snap it in at the top. Why don't you stand by? I'll put it back together again. I'll film that real quick, and we'll verify it. But I'm sure that it's a try the bottom first and then the top. If you do the top first, it won't snap in at the bottom. The clips just won't go in. So, all right. Okay, I got it clipped back in. Got my bulbs changed. There's no big mystery in that. They're just counterclockwise till you feel a little click, about a quarter of a turn. Turn the thing over, drop them out, stick the new ones in there, rotate them clockwise until they drop, and then turn them a quarter of a turn until they click. You're in. So I'm putting this back in. Now I'm starting these two bottom clips first, just getting them started, and that way the top just pops right in. Just give it a good even pressure. Let me put this down. Yeah, just make sure it doesn't hang up on something, but yeah, it just snaps in. There you go. It's all snapped in at the bottom, snapped in at the top. Guaranteed, if you tried to do it at the top first, these would hang up down here. So just put them in the bottom first, and then you can work the top in, snap it in there, and then put your screw back in. Don't forget your screw. Don't over tighten it. It's just snug a little. Don't over tighten it. Just a snug little lock screw just to keep this thing from wiggling. Okay. Now your little tray just pops right back down in there. If you've got a phone cord, of course, just stick it down into the tray first, and just set those two guide wheels into the two holes. I mean, it really is just pop it down in just two little pushes, and it just snaps into place. Pretty simple. Works good. No problem. Finished. Job complete.